Keep it 100, I'd rather you trust me than to love me. Keep it a whole 100, don't got you, I got nothing. Ay, I got something. Ay. Hold up, we gon' function. Ay, no assumption. Ay, feeling like Tyson with it. Knock it out twice, I'm with it. Only for the night, I'm kidding. Only for life, yeah, only for life, yeah, only for life, let's get it.
J Gang, we are back with another video. And we're gonna do a story time and we're gonna tell y'all how we met. We met. Turn up. Gang.
Oh my God.
Alright, let's get to the video. You gonna go first? Alright, yeah. We met about 2.5 years ago. Or a year and a half ago.
It was 2 years ago.
2 years ago. We went to school together. We went to high school together. And I think I was in the 12th grade when I met her in my first period theater class.
That's all you remember.
That's how we met.
Actually, we met 2 years ago at Cy-Fair High School, and I was in the 10th grade. I was in the 10th grade and she was in the 12th grade. And the day we met, I was 15 and she was 17. And her birthday was coming in like 2 days. So, and then mine was coming in the month after that. And I wasn't supposed to have that theater class. I was supposed to be in a different class. I didn't want to be in there. I was trying to get transferred out. And then the day she came in there, she wasn't supposed to have that class either. And she just had to take it because it was her last year. And she was quiet. And she had all these weird colors in her hair, like blue.
My
and
hair
green.
was blue, y'all. It was just
like, no,
blue.
It was blue and green.
I had like a lot of it, and the tips was just blue, and then like my roots was black.
No, it was blue and green and faded out blonde. It was fading to something. And then she walked in looking stupid, like 20 minutes late to the class, and she didn't want to participate in nothing, and she just wanted to sit there and look stupid.
I hated theater class.
That's why he didn't like you. The teacher didn't like her. And we had to be in groups, like, for an assignment, and she didn't have anybody to be in the group with. She didn't have nobody to be in the group with, so she was just, like, by herself. And me and this girl.
She making it sound like I was just lame. Like,
But
I just didn't know nobody in the class.
She didn't talk to any people. She didn't talk to nobody.
She making it seem like I was just lame and like I was just like by myself, like miserable and stuff. When really I was just new to the class. I just ain't know nobody in her class.
Nobody didn't want to work with her because she looked
weird.
Then
her and her friend was the first one to be like, "Hey, do you want to be in our group?" And I was like, yeah.
I felt bad for her.
I didn't really know nobody
by herself,
else.
So I was like, okay, let's go ask her. I told the girl, let's go ask her if she want to be in our group. And the girl was like, why? And I was like, cause she don't have nobody to be in the group with.
Low key. She thought it was cute.
And it had nothing to do with that because you had two different hair colors. So then we walked up to her and we asked her to be in our group. And I wasn't really talking to her, whatever, but it was my play. The play we was doing was Alice in Wonderland, and it was directed by me. So I was in charge of doing everything. And I told her what her part was going to be. What is you doing?
Bro, just come on.
She was the rabbit in the play, and then I was Alice, and the girl was the Red Queen. And like we had to work on the play together and everything, and we wasn't really talking to each other until like 3 days after the play. After we were working on the play, like 3 days later, I was just like, she was always on her phone talking to whoever. She was always on her phone, and so she was never really like paying attention. And one day I had fell on the floor during like while we was rehearsing, and she helped me up, but I don't think she like knew that she was helping me up. I don't know, I guess it was just like a reflex. And I don't know. I was just...
I'm a nice person, you guys.
No. She was on her phone when she helped me up. I just got
it's a
really
thought that counts.
excited and happy. And I was like, oh my God, I think I like her. But I didn't want to tell anybody because I didn't want anybody to know. So I started to follow her around school, like, without her knowing. And I went in the counselor's office, and I don't know, I knew this girl who worked in the counselor's office, and I asked her to help me look up a schedule because they had like a book of schedules, and I found her schedule because I knew her first and last name because she was in my class. Okay, so, and I found out all her classes, and I would like change the route to my classes so that I could accidentally run into her at her classes, and we would just accidentally keep seeing each other in the hallways, but I would never really like talk to her or anything. And then what happened? Oh,
and then this whole time I never knew she liked me.
You asked me to homecoming.
But yeah, I ended up asking her to homecoming. So technically, I made the first move. You know me.
No, I plotted this.
I made the first
move. I
move.
planned this.
You know me.
What I did was I was playing with her one day while we were supposed to be rehearsing, and I brought up homecoming. I was like, "Are you going to homecoming? Because I went and it was really fun, so you should go." And she was being dry and ugly, talking about some she don't want to go. It's stupid. She probably not going to go, or she just going to go by herself. And then the girl was like, you should take Joy because she's going by herself, even though I wasn't because I had a few dates lined up. But, you know, I didn't want to go with none of them. So, but anyways, I didn't want to go with none of them. So, what I had did was I was trying to get her to, like, be like, oh, we should go together. But she just would not say it. So this boy proposed to this girl for homecoming with a really big banner in the theater room, and it was just so pretty. And she was like playing with me. She was like, oh, look, I made that for you.
Because I did make that sign, y'all.
I was like, no, you didn't, because the girl name right there.
They went in there and put their name on it after I had made it for her. All right, no, y'all, I'm playing. I didn't make it.
And then what happened after that?
And then I asked her to homecoming. Y'all, she low-key played me because I made her like this banner for real. And I had people holding it because it was kind of like a surprise, but it wasn't a surprise. I didn't want her to know. And I told her friend to bring her like a certain way so that she could run into the banner. So they brought her around the corner and she turned around and walked off on me.
But like it wasn't because I didn't want to go with her. It was all I saw was like just this group of thoughts, and then I saw her right there and her brother holding the sign. So I was like, oh my God, she's asking somebody to homecoming. So I was kind of mad and my feelings was hurt. So I kind of like tried to hurry up and go the other way so she wouldn't see me. But the girl just drugged me over there to her and like forced me to go over there, and I was so mad when I went over there until I saw what it was, and I was like, oh my God, you're asking me to homecoming?
And I gave her a teddy bear and I gave her a hug. That was the very first time I think we hugged.
Yeah, we had never.
Yeah, that was the first time we actually touched each other
and
gave each other a hug.
I was crying after school, like, oh my God, I didn't know she was gonna do that.
And then after that, I told her friend to give me her kick so that we could figure out what colors we was gonna wear to homecoming and stuff. So she got her kick for me and we started kicking. I wouldn't reply to her after we talked about the colors. She didn't even really
like me. She was trying to
play me. I didn't know what was going on. I was kind of still confused and I wasn't really sure.
Like, first of all, she was talking to 2 other girls. She had 2 other girls fighting over her, like arguing with each other.
They was talking to me. I wouldn't.
Oh no, that's not what I heard. She was trying to get these two girls were arguing over her, And she didn't even like me back the whole time that I liked her since the day that she had, like, helped me up off the floor when we were rehearsing for the play. And then every other day after that, I had been trying to figure out how I was going to get her to like me and stuff. So I thought that when she asked me to homecoming, that, did she like me? I asked her, after she had, and then she asked me for my cake, so I really thought, oh, she's trying to talk to me, whatever. After this girl asked me for the colors, she didn't even reply to me. So I was like, okay, I'm going to try this one more time. I'm going to text you again. The second time, no reply. So I'm looking stupid at the phone like, okay, ho, we going to see. You going to reply to me.
It wasn't even like I was ignoring her. I was just trying to get
she left me on red.
I was just trying to get the feeling of what was going on. And I wanted to see if
you leave somebody on red, what that mean?
I wanted her to text me twice so I could really get the feeling of what was going on.
No.
So
okay, well, I texted you twice, and even after I texted you twice.
Sometimes I wouldn't reply
to her. You started to dry text me.
Then, eventually, we started to kick. And then after we started kicking.
She was trying to play me.
Like, eventually, later on, like, a month or two later, we got each other's number. And we used to talk on the phone and fall asleep on the phone together. She would literally have me up all night, like, till, like, from the time we get home from school to, like, it's time to go to school the next morning at 5 o'clock on the phone.
But you wasn't complaining because you wasn't hanging up.
Because she would not let me hang out. I would be like, we would have to go to sleep. She would be like, no, let's stay up. So we would be, like, up all night on the phone just talking about everything. Just telling each other everything, talking about everything.
In that whole time, I thought that we were dating. Because
she thought that we was dating, but I knew that we was just talking.
We were a couple. Everybody knew that we were together. You was my man. You couldn't walk with nobody else. You was only. I thought you was only talking.
We would like walk together in the hallways, walk each other to class, and hold hands and stuff. But I knew that we were talking.
Asked me one day to be her girlfriend.
I never asked her to be my girlfriend yet, and she haven't asked me. So I knew that we were just talking.
So then the day that she really asked me, she was looking stupid because I was like, I thought we was already dating.
So one day I went all out the way. Like, I got her this cookie cake.
Your money and your time.
I got her some roses, like everything. Cause I didn't want to be ugly and I didn't want to be basic. So I asked her, and she like looked back at me like I thought we already were, and I'm just sitting there like,
you wasted your time and your money because we was already in a relationship.
I didn't even know. So then finally she said yes, and ever since that day, we've been stuck together like Bonnie and Clyde. 2 years later.
That was ugly.
2 years later, here we are. Okay, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, a like, and subscribe.